Yo, Day Day, are you gonna make a video for this one?
Hey, Day Day, can you draw me with the mustache?
Guys, shut up! She wants to draw what she wants to draw when she feels like it. Right, Yandere?
Right. This is the story about going to Disney World. That person over there is going to be the one who tells you, but I'll let her tell you when she's ready. First, my introduction. I go by Yan, but you can kind of simplify that to Yam on occasion. And this over here is Day, or she goes by Day Day. Together, you can combine her names to be Yandere. Now, what else do you have to say about this? They all call me Yandere.
Yandere, do you want your iPad? Ooh, we got Yandere with the natural riz. Yandere, why are you walking with those strangers?
To define the word yandere, simply put, a yandere is someone who is lovesick. Someone who has been driven to insanity by extreme obsession or love, thus resulting in abnormal behavior, if not violence. I don't necessarily consider myself to associate too strongly with that phrase, but it's been a username I've had since I've ever been online.
Hey Dede, what does yandere mean?
Oh my gosh, they don't know. But anyways, back to the story at hand. I went to go fly out with my internet friends. Flying, for me, has a couple rules in mind. Rule number 1, planes are so cold. I always bring a jacket with me, and it's always removable just in case I could be wrong and I overheat. Rule number 2 is basically all the other apparel that you need with said jacket: socks, shoes, pants. And rule number 3, backpack must hold all electronics. I bring that, open it every chance I get once I'm on that plane, no exceptions. So my flight over to Florida for Disney World was semi-pleasant. I was all prepped with all of my stuff, doing some art, when suddenly the person next to me fell asleep on me. Wake him up. I'm not prepared for that. But once I got to Disney World, it was a great experience seeing all of my internet friends. Shark, Froogie, Mace, and Mace bringing his friend Chestnut. We were all meeting for the first time at a Disney World park. Now you can see from past videos that Mace kind of has a certain behavior.
No toxicity tonight. There's gonna be wholesome gameplay. Yandere, did you get any kills last round? Yo, listen, Yandere does not have a good time.
Sharky is the one who kind of leads the group in a lot of ways, and also planned our Disney World trip.
I will literally bark for you.
Do it right now.
Froogie is Shark's boyfriend, who obviously came to see her.
Frog,
Wait, give me a second.
quit talking to Shark.
And Chestnut has one scene since I've been making videos for these friends.
Imagine the comeback.
He likes that scene a lot.
So, Day, are you doing anything outdoors this summer?
Well, actually, I'm spending a lot of money to go see some internet friends at Disney World.
That's amazing! I'm so proud of you.
And thus the Disney trip began. I'm bringing my iPad all the way to Disney World.
Okay, iPad baby, let's go get some breakfast.
When we went down to have breakfast before our trip, I was stunned. Every table at this hotel was full of people, and I had never seen anything like it before. My experience is not unique. Everyone here is going to Disney World too. I'm not special, and no one is. This was the first picture that I drew at Disney World. It was while we were in line, and it was me just kind of making sure all the colors were accurate of all the friends I was with. And don't worry, Chestnut kind of wanted me to draw him short.
Hey, I saw you were in line and saw that you were drawing.
Oh yeah, I draw a lot in line. Do you wanna see? I drew all my friends.
Look, I'm the short one.
One other thing that happened at the beginning of the trip was me bringing a single cup. Someone told me that I need to stay hydrated while I am there, and I didn't necessarily want to buy a million water bottles, so I thought it might be fun if I just brought a cup for the beginning of the trip. I was looking for a drinking fountain the entire time, but then Shark wanted us to go to this ride at the far end of the park. She's very strategic about that, so I followed. And that's when I learned drinking fountains were hard to find. I held my cup inside that ride that we got to, and they ended up taking it away from me. The entire point of bringing that cup was completely lost in that moment. But that's not the point. Point is, we were on our first Disney World ride of the day. I had never been on a Disney World ride before. I was kind of ready to just see what was going to happen because I knew this was going to be like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience. Everyone had always talked about Disney World before this, and I just had no idea. The ride was overstimulating. That's when I realized something. Disney has money. Every single corner of that ride had something new, and I just couldn't stop looking everywhere. No ride had ever been like that in my life. And then all of us turned the corner to the final bit of the ride, which I assume could be a spoiler for some, but this mouse is bigger than us on the ride, trying to open up a bottle with a cork. We're all sitting in the ride just kind of waiting for the suspense of the bottle popping, and we could tell that it was kind of a gig of he can't open it, ooh, when is he going to open it? And I got a bit caught off guard because apparently it worked on Mace. It's kind of funny seeing him react that way on a children's ride, and I kind of joked about it with him the whole entire day. Now, most people at this park were spending $200 to go to 2 parks at once. We got that experience for free thanks to Shark. So, I guess it makes sense that Disney does have money. We had a lot of other fun things to do while we were there, tons of rides to see.
Stop drifting, Chestnut! This isn't NASCAR, stop drifting!
But I actually really wanted a Mickey Mouse ear that matched my shirt. Truth is, Disney World doesn't really sell very many options of the ear hats. So I ended up finding a dress that matched the ears instead of the other way around. That's when it occurred to me that those ears are now trademarking every photo I take at Disney World. Disney themed. Kind of limits my options on how I share those photos afterwards. But I also felt overdressed in general.
It's fine, iPad baby. Tons of people dress like that around here. In Disney World, you know, you're just overdressed around us.
Shark is actually the one who took all the photos of me though, so I owe her a lot for that. After all the rides were done, we took a car ride home and played, of all things, Disney music. That's when Froogie had a realization.
Guys, I think we're Disney adults now.
But overall, I'd rate my experience at Disney World to be a 10 out of 10 experience. Great job, Disney. We went to McDonald's after our trip at the park, and that's when another disaster hit. Psh,
Yandere, did you really just drop your fries?
maybe. I guess I lost a couple things at this trip, but not my iPad, which I carried the entire time. I kind of looked at those fries after starving all day, lying on the ground like that, and then kind of looked at my friends who were at the same table as me. They were somewhat distracted, so I ate the fries. We won't talk about it.
Look, I'm the short one.
Nah, you gotta be hyped about it, man. You were hyped. But don't be overhyped.
Look, I'm the short one.